Okay, also time for stock of the day. Apollo Micro is the one which is buzzing on the back of 113 crore rupee order win. But that isn't so. Getting us a better perspective, here is Anushi.
Right, so Apollo Microsystems has been in focus for the last few sessions as we speak. First trigger being the new order win that we are looking at, which roughly sums up to the size of 114 crore. Now, this is an export order that we are looking at, and this is for the development of avionics system is what we are seeing for the company. This is intended to be used for civil as well as military aircraft applications as we speak. So the first trigger is that, but even if we look in terms of how the performance have been, just a few days ago the company came out with its fourth quarter results, wherein we did see a decent set of numbers. Revenue was up around 19% here, margin stood at the levels of 22%, while net profit saw about a 8% of growth. And if you take the FY25 in picture, they also met their 45 to 50% of revenue growth that they had projected earlier in FY24. So that is the, but it's the outlook going forward FY26 which is interesting for the company, because if we look, the current order book stands roughly at the size of 600 crore. This is as per the management discussion which we just had. So this 600 crore, the management does see that by December 25 of this year, that would scale upwards to 2,500 crore. So it's almost a 4 to 5 times of a jump that we are looking at in terms of where the order book is concerned. So this provides further revenue visibility forward for the business. Now this would be led by missiles and naval defense sectors. So it's important to keep a track of on how the inflows are going to pan out for the company in this coming 9 months or 6 months that we look at. Now, other than that, if we talk about the guidance forward, the company has maintained its 2 years outlook in terms of a 45 to 50% of growth in terms of whether revenues are concerned. Operating margins, however, will be in the range of 22% that we are looking at in the sustainable range that we are seeing. But it's the first half where we'll be looking at more of an improvement in terms of where the margins are concerned. But second half may see a little bit of an impact in terms of margins, and this is on the account of execution. So that is another factor that we'll be keeping a track of. But overall, in terms of where the capacity addition is also concerned, Unit 2 and Unit 3, the management does expect it to start commencing operations from the second or the third quarter of FY26 onwards. That would lead to revenue growth as well. In fact, even the new acquisition that the company has made in explosive space, so if we take that in account, that excludes the 45 to 50% of growth that we are looking at, but with which the company expects to double its revenue going forward. So that is an interesting space also for the company. So overall, that's the outlook that we are looking for Apollo Microsystems.